chair mat on.
Yeah, no, I'm going to get the ceilings and that done on there first.
Some of it, I think that's probably within the limits, but it's just
There's someone going on the road. The only crossing point. Woo! It's a good example. Again, another drain, another hole. Perfect example of a dropped curb on one side, nothing on the other side. This is where pavement gets very thin.
that drop curb doesn't really exist. That electric wheelchair would just do that.
Yeah, that drop curb is useless. You wouldn't be able to go up or down that on an electric wheelchair.
We go past
Bins. Yes. Nowhere to cross.
I have to stop the traffic.
We've got no drop curb this side whatsoever. So dropped curb.
Right, this is going to cause a problem because there's a van parked where I need to
And
get up the other side.
the van is parked where the opposite dropped curb.
Watch the traffic, everyone else.
So here we are.
Okay, Stephen, I'm going to have to tilt you right back. I will do this now at this stage because it's a slightly, but I still need to.
We have to cross over because of the obstructions further up.
Here, there's very little room between the sign.
So electric wheelchair or something like that, this chair just wouldn't do it.
It wouldn't fit you. This one will just about.
Did you get the book shop?
And again. So here again, if you wanted to go down here, it's absolutely impossible in a wheelchair. Absolutely no room whatsoever to get past that one. And again, more A-frames. Crossing place, if you're in a wheelchair, we have a car parked at the only bit of dropped curb. And to come here. And to cross here, absolutely nothing over there to take you up at all. So you can go from here to there. So here where there is a dropped curb, again cars can park here. There's nothing stopping a car parking here. Where there is a dropped curb and there's a dropped curb at the other side, but invariably there are cars parked all along here. It's a parking area. So you wouldn't be able to get across because there's nothing letting you know that's a drop curb that needs to be used. Yeah. You wouldn't do it. Yeah. So only way place to cross.
That bend because traffic comes very quickly around that bend.
Traffic can come around here.
And because you have to do the whole length of the road now back onto a paved area. There's no drop curb the other side of the road.
No drop curb from there to there.
That one's a nightmare.
Oh gosh, this is a disabled bay for disabled parking. And this is how high the curb is. along the whole of the disabled bay. So if you are disabled and driving, there's nowhere to get out.
I'd like to go on a bus from Magentrump.
Okay. It's quite difficult to get to the bus. We've got to stop. We've got a lorry parked here, so we couldn't pull out. It would be too dangerous to cross. On the other side of the road, there's cars parked where the drop curb meets. So we're stranded here for a little bit till the traffic moves. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, Beth. It's going to be difficult. Is that going to be okay to get into?
Oh my God. I'll come back and come again. Sorry, can I just come
Yeah. Okay. So we've stopped for a cup of tea. Beth won't be able to get into this cafe because there is a step into it. God, that's bigger than the... How about this one? Is that... Ooh! Oh. Right, how are we doing this? This is not going to work, is it? If you were going to try and cross at this drop curb, it would be just too dangerous to pull out with those cars there, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
So we're not going to even attempt that one. We'll carry on up the road. We've just seen if we were to carry on up the road, the pavement is just too narrow. The wheelchair just wouldn't get past it, and there's cars parked, so we are going to have to cross on this piece of drop curb here with cars. You can see how closely together they are parked. I'll go out. Right, you okay? How would you feel? That just would be too dangerous to do by yourself, wouldn't it? And then we'll meet the curb here, which is going to be dangerous. If you were by yourself, I think we can do this here because I'll go out into the middle of the road. But that would be quite scary and dangerous for you to pull out. There, oh, stop, car. Okay, go on, Sarah. But that was coming so fast. Thanks. That's quite difficult to get up, that one too, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. How did that make you feel, Sarah?
It felt quite scary because even though I saw the cars going up and down, you can't really see the cars going up and down. If you cross it because you've got to concentrate on going across.
Sarah's wheelchair was just, as she came along the pavement, was just swerved off because of the drop in the pavement. Really dangerous.
It scared me because I was walking along with you.
And suddenly it went.
It just moved.
Has that happened to you any other places? I think that, or some sort of marking on the pavement to alert you to it, definitely.
But that's the obstacles I got to face every time I go to town.
Absolutely. To another of these dropped curbs that have no sort of markings or anything. It's now Sarah has experienced the last one. She's going to keep well over onto the left-hand side, but there's nothing really to alert her of the danger.
We're going at the back of my house in Old Way because on the front entrance there's no dropped curbs and you've got to drop go down on the wheelchair.
Would you have to go on the road, Sarah, if you were going to?
Yeah, you would have to go on the road.
Okay.
With the cars going up and down, especially in the front of the house, it's really dangerous because we don't know where the cars are going back and forth. And especially if you're in a wheelchair, it's really difficult.
Yeah, I can imagine. And about this lane that we're coming down now, it's very quiet now, but if it was a school day, would there be lots of cars coming up and down here?
Yeah, it would.
And there's no real path, there's not a path as such that you could go down on use a wheelchair. So if you wanted to go into town on say 8:30 on a school day, it would be difficult. You couldn't go down Old Barn Way and you couldn't go down here.